Have you ever had that feeling that someone is hiding something from you or isn't being entirely honest, but couldn't quite pinpoint what it was? Have you ever wanted to predict someone's behavior or understand their intentions just by observing them? It might seem like magic, but reading people is actually a skill that can be developed. Today, I'm going to show you 15 proven psychological tactics to help you read people like a book. This will help you better understand others, predict actions, and even improve your relationships. Think of a situation where you wished you could have understood what the other person was feeling or thinking. Could you have changed the direction of the conversation? Maybe even avoided a problem? If so, this video is for you. Let's dive in. 1. Body language. You've probably heard this before, but do you know just how important body language really is? Studies show that about 55% of our communication is nonverbal. This means that posture, gestures, and even the direction someone is looking in can tell you a lot about what's going on in their mind. For example, if someone has their arms crossed, they might be protecting themselves or feeling uncomfortable. But be careful. Always take the context into account. Crossed arms could also simply mean that the person is cold. So, pay attention to the details. Another tip? Watch their feet. Yes, feet. If someone's feet are pointed away from the conversation, they might be trying to escape the situation. It sounds bizarre, but it makes sense when you consider how our bodies instinctively seek exits in uncomfortable situations. 2. Eye contact reveals secrets. Looking into someone's eyes can give you a clear idea of what they're feeling. If someone maintains prolonged eye contact, it could indicate interest or sincerity. On the other hand, if they frequently avert their gaze, they might be hiding something or feeling insecure. A study published in the Journal of Research in Personality showed that individuals who lie tend to avoid eye contact, though some do the opposite and make excessive eye contact to appear more trustworthy. But guess what? When someone forces eye contact, it can seem robotic, which is also a clue that something's off. Try this. The next time you're talking to someone, observe their eye contact pattern. It can give you clues about that person's true feelings. 3. Facial expressions. Micro-expressions. Those fleeting facial expressions that last only a fraction of a second, are a valuable way to uncover what someone is really feeling, even if they're trying to hide it. Dr. Paul Ekman, one of the leading experts on facial expressions, identified 7 universal emotions that appear in micro-expressions: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, contempt, and disgust. Imagine you're negotiating a contract and suddenly notice a brief flash of anger on the other person's face, even though they're smiling. This could be a sign that they're not as satisfied as they appear. Learning to recognize these micro-expressions can be a true superpower in your interactions. 4. Tone of voice. How someone speaks, their tone, pace, and even intonation, can reveal much more than the words themselves. A low and hesitant voice may indicate insecurity or lack of confidence. On the other hand, a higher pitch is sometimes used to compensate for that same insecurity. Scientists at the University of Chicago discovered that changes in voice tone can predict when someone is lying. People who lie tend to raise their pitch, but often at unexpected moments, not necessarily during the words we think are most important. Pay attention to when the voice suddenly shifts. It can reveal what's being missed in the actual words. 5. Hand gestures. If you've ever seen someone talking with animated hand movements, you know how gestures can amplify what's being said. Expansive gestures with open hands typically indicate confidence and openness, while hidden hands or closed gestures might suggest that the person is holding something back. A classic example is someone fidgeting with their hands while speaking. This can signal nervousness or anxiety. But as with all signs, context is crucial. Always consider the environment and situation before jumping to conclusions. 6. Speech patterns, pauses and hesitations. Imagine you're in a job interview and you ask the interviewer about the company's work culture. If they take a long pause before answering, it might be a sign that they're trying to formulate a positive, but not entirely sincere, response. Pauses in speech can reveal discomfort, while a quick and direct response usually indicates confidence. Pay attention to these small details in speech. They often reveal what's not being said outright. 7. Body position relative to you. When someone is interested in what you're saying, their body tends to lean slightly towards you. On the other hand, if they lean back, it could be a sign of disinterest or even disagreement. There's more. A person who is open to you will usually keep their torso and chest exposed. When someone crosses their arms or turns their body to the side, it might indicate that they're closing off from the conversation. 8. Touching the face. Have you ever noticed how some people touch their face when they're nervous or lying? This is no coincidence. Touching the nose, covering the mouth, or rubbing the eyes are common behaviors when someone isn't being completely honest. This happens because, when lying, the human body reacts with a slight sense of discomfort, and touching the face is an unconscious way to try and calm down. So, next time someone starts touching their face while talking to you, be on alert. 9. The feet. Yes, feet can be one of the most honest parts of the human body. When someone is nervous or anxious, their feet tend to move or sway from side to side. It's a natural response to discomfort. And since most people don't pay attention to their own feet, it's a great indicator to watch out for. Feet pointed directly at you indicate that the person is focused and interested. But if their feet are moving towards the door, it could be a sign that they want to end the conversation and leave as soon as possible. 10. Body synchrony. Have you noticed how, in a smooth conversation, people tend to mimic each other's posture and gestures? This is called mirroring, and it's a sign that there's a connection between the people involved. When two people are in sync, their bodies unconsciously align. If you notice that the person you're talking to starts to imitate your gestures or posture, you can be sure there's a good level of engagement and connection. 11. Beware of the fake smile. Not every smile is genuine, and knowing how to spot the difference between a real smile and a fake one can help you read people's intentions better. A genuine smile involves not only the mouth but also the eyes, which form small wrinkles at the sides. A fake smile, however, is usually limited to the mouth. People smile without engaging their eyes, which can be a strong indicator that the emotion being expressed doesn't match the reality. 12. Head tilt. Pay attention to how someone tilts their head. A person who tilts their head slightly to the side while listening tends to be more receptive and interested in what you're saying. It's a sign of curiosity and trust. On the other hand, a head tilted down with the chin close to the chest may indicate distrust, insecurity, or even an attempt to emotionally hide. 13. Observe the eyebrows. Eyebrows are another key clue in understanding what's going on in someone's mind. When a person raises their eyebrows, they are usually surprised or curious. Furrowed eyebrows, on the other hand, can indicate worry, anger, or confusion. And the most interesting part? Eyebrows are quick to show reactions even before the person says anything. So, if you learn to observe these small details, you'll have a huge advantage in interpreting other people's emotions. 14. Personal space. The way a person chooses to maintain distance between you and them is also an important clue to understanding what they're feeling. If someone gets too close, they might be trying to show intimacy or confidence. If they pull away, they may be uncomfortable. Culturally, this concept varies, but generally, most people respect a comfort zone. If someone invades this space without any apparent reason, it may reveal discomfort or even an attempt at manipulation. 15. Consistency between words and actions. Last but definitely not least, pay attention to the consistency between words and behavior. If someone says they're happy but has a sad expression or closed-off body language, it's likely that their words aren't aligned with their true feelings. This mismatch between what someone says and what their body expresses is one of the biggest indicators that something is being hidden. It's a sign for you to dig deeper, whether through direct conversation or further observation. Learning to read people isn't magic, it's a skill anyone can develop with practice and attention. So, did you already know any of these tactics? Which one do you think will be most useful in your daily interactions? If you're committed to your personal development and want to keep evolving and leveling up, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Here, I always bring practical and powerful content to help you keep growing. And if this video helped you in any way, make sure to leave a like so that more people can be impacted as well. In the description, you'll find links to books that I've carefully selected, works that can completely transform the way you think and act. It's definitely worth checking out. And don't leave just yet. Take a look at the suggested videos here on the screen. They will help you even more on your personal development journey. See you there.